Yo! Oh my god! Look at this!
I'm saying, I think it's a coyote. There's like something in the trees.
Yeah, right there. Look on the left.
No, we actually hit a jackpot.
Mike Cass once used his drone to investigate reports of a mysterious clown roaming around his hometown of Carlsbad, California. During one of his early flights, he spotted what appeared to be someone in a clown costume wandering near a dilapidated, abandoned building. From that distance, it was hard to say for sure, but the figure's movements and outfit were suspicious enough to raise concern. Mike eventually reached the building, but the figure had vanished, though some footage suggests someone might have been lurking behind him the entire time.
So basically,
Nearly a year passed with no sightings. Then, during a casual drone session, the clown returned and the hunt resumed. Despite its bright red hair, the clown managed to remain surprisingly hidden, often lying low and blending into the terrain.
yeah. What is that? Probably nothing. Yo! What the heck? Yo! Oh my god! Look at this!
It was only when Mike's drone caught a glimpse of movement that he realized the figure was there at all. 4 days later, the drone spotted the clown again, partially camouflaged in the brush. On the ground, it would be nearly invisible. Something about that thought is deeply unsettling. Mike gave chase, guiding the drone through the woods until power lines forced him to call off the pursuit. Since then, the clown has vanished without a trace. Whether it left for good or simply found a better place to hide remains unknown. Aldos World TV and his friend Amir decide to launch a drone into the woods while staying safely inside their car.
Right there, right there. There's like something. I'm saying, I think it's a coyote. There's like something in the trees. Right there, you see it? It's right there, it's right there.
I literally don't.
It's like moving. It's right in front of you, right there.
Oh,
it's moving, right?
Eventually, their drone spots something strange, a pale, hunched figure crawling on all fours that briefly locks eyes with the camera. The creature has dark, beady eyes and unnaturally smooth porcelain-like skin traits that match common descriptions of a skinwalker. But as the drone gets a little closer, it starts to resemble a person in a white bodysuit instead. That's what it looks like to me, at least. Oddly, instead of flying higher for a better angle or tracking the figure further, they decide to retreat and never notify park authorities. That part feels off. If it was real, then what exactly did they see, and was it lurking so close to the trail for a reason? I have a feeling this next video might just show a person in a costume, but I'm curious to hear what you think. The figure moves surprisingly fast for something that's supposed to be a large humanoid, and the way it runs makes it seem more like a smaller person inside a lightweight suit. I'm no cryptid expert, but I'd imagine a creature that big would run with a forward lean, not fully upright like this one. When a sudden thunderstorm ignites a massive blaze in a hayfield in Weld County, Colorado, farmer Eric Howard springs into action. Without hesitation, he jumps into his tractor and heads straight toward the 30-acre wildfire with a daring plan to assist the firefighters. Eric quickly starts carving a fire line and emergency barrier that removes flammable topsoil and vegetation, slowing the fire's advance by cutting off its fuel. The flames rage just behind him, growing so intense they nearly scorch the paint off his tractor, but he pushes forward, staying just ahead of the inferno. His quick thinking pays off. The fire is eventually contained, and firefighters praise Eric's bold decision as a key factor in stopping the blaze from spreading even further. What would you have done in a moment like that? Was Eric a hero, or should he have waited for trained crews to handle it? This drone footage was filmed deep within Salt Fork Park in Ohio. At first, everything seems normal, but things take a strange turn around the 5-minute mark. As the drone begins to descend, keep an eye on the left side of the screen. You'll need to watch carefully, or you might miss it. Some viewers swear they can spot a large figure tucked away in the brush, lifting its head as the drone flies overhead. A few even claim it could be Bigfoot, caught in broad daylight. Personally, I can see what they're talking about, but to me, it looks more like a shadow, or maybe part of a tree. There's no clear movement that confirms anything. Still, watch closely and let me know, do you spot anything strange? 𝐟𝐸 3D heads out to Stony Point Park with his drone to do some casual train spotting, but things take a sharp turn when he's suddenly swarmed by a group of highly aggressive insects. This just so happens to be the same area where a young boy was once hospitalized after being attacked by a swarm of bees while biking, and based on the footage, it's easy to imagine the terror he must have felt. The insects are surprisingly large, closer in size to full-grown wasps than the average bees most of us are familiar with. Their venom is no joke either. After handling the drone and then touching his face, Bruce said he experienced a 15-minute burning sensation from the venom-laced bug remains. If anyone can identify what kind of insects these are, let me know, because whatever they are, they're no joke. Here's a chilling drone clip that doesn't seem easy to fake. YouTuber 𝐟𝐸 ventures deep into the bayou, curious to see what kind of creatures might be lurking in the murky waters, places where only the toughest predators survive. But just as they're about to call it quits, something stirs. From the safety of their car, they spot a massive alligator slowly approaching.
That's actually an alligator right
Yeah,
there?
right there. Look on the left.
No, we actually hit a jackpot, bro.
And its body language is anything but relaxed. It inches closer, eyes fixed,
He is. Yeah, dude. He's trying to eat us.
leaving everyone inside visibly on edge. Do you think this gator was on the hunt or just defending its turf? Let me know what you see. A YouTuber named Furious Otter was flying his buzzing drone over a remote stretch of forest when something unusual caught his eye, an all-white figure that stood out starkly against the surrounding greenery. Curious, he dipped the drone lower for a better view. At first, it's hard to make out exactly what he's looking at. But as he zooms in, a chilling image emerges: a hunched, witch-like figure crouching at the edge of the trees, eyes seemingly fixed on the drone. Whether the person is waving or simply brushing back their hair is unclear, but their presence so deep in the woods is undeniably unsettling. If the video is genuine, it's more than a little creepy. Still, it raises a few questions. Drones can usually get much closer, so why didn't Furious Otter try to investigate further or check if the figure needed help? Maybe he was worried about damaging his gear, or worse, provoking something supernatural. Either way, he didn't hang around to find out, and honestly, who would? What would you have done in his place? A YouTuber named 𝐸𝐿𝐺, best known for his drone videos over tropical islands, takes a different turn in this footage. Instead of palm trees and blue waters, he explores an isolated patch of countryside he refers to only as the middle of nowhere. As the drone climbs higher, it captures something truly extraordinary: a vast crop field etched with intricate, perfectly symmetrical symbols. The patterns are remarkably precise, each one appearing identical with no noticeable mistakes or irregularities. Sure, it's possible that farm equipment was used to create these shapes, but that leads to more questions. Why would anyone risk destroying their own crops just for these designs? And how would they manage such flawless execution without error? Could this be a sign of something not from this world? Or maybe it's the work of a human with incredible skill and patience? If you recognize any of these symbols from books, movies, or video games, let me know, because this one is a real mystery. On April 8, 2020, a drone flying over Hart Island, New York, captures an unsettling scene that leaves its pilot deeply shaken. Below, a group of workers in full-body white hazmat suits are seen overseeing a forklift as it methodically covers a trench filled with wooden crates. Nearby, another open trench waits to be filled next. Strangely, a few individuals in dark government-style suits stand at a distance, observing but making no move to approach the crates. They aren't wearing any protective gear and seem unwilling to get too close. A closer zoom reveals that the crates are shaped disturbingly like human forms. Considering Hart Island's history as a mass burial site, it's chilling to imagine what may be inside. I'm not sure, but I'd like to hear your thoughts.